Monaco is one of the most expensive countries in the world. In some aspects, it is the most expensive country in the world. And I, a broke young traveler, is now gonna attempt to spend a day there to see if it's possible to truly experience Monaco with no money. Hi, I'm Viggo, an 18-year-old adventurer. 6 days ago, I landed in Barcelona, Spain. The only thing I planned was a return ticket from Naples, Italy 2 weeks later, and an interrail ticket allowing me free train travel in the region. Over the past few days, I've already experienced so much, traveling from Barcelona to Nice. I dipped my toes in the freezing cold ocean in Porto, explored a French medieval citadel in Carcassonne, dealt with a lot of burnout from traveling, and nearly got stranded in Avignon. In the previous episode, I had the most lovely day in Nice, hiking a small trail along the coast of the sea and ending the day by going for a swim. I really enjoyed that hike yesterday. Today, the plan is to make it to Italy late into the evening, after spending the day in the micro-country of Monaco. But first, I've got to explore a final part of Nice that I didn't get to see yesterday. This is the hostel dorm I just slept in. I just packed my stuff and headed down the stairs to check out. But first, breakfast. Pancakes, croissants, coffee, orange juice, you name it. I walked up the lobby and onto the French streets of Nice, where fresh oranges were growing on the trees in the middle of the street. I walked up a massive hill, which you can't actually see, but it's behind this 7-story building. This is a clip from yesterday where you can see the hill with the massive waterfall coming out of the top of it. Already halfway up, the views were stunning, which is why I just had to come up here before I'm leaving by train in just a little over an hour. If you're wondering what the waterfall looks like from up close, well, this is what it looks like. I went above the waterfall and the views were just incredible. What an amazing view. And this is the mountain I hiked around yesterday. Maybe it was just because I had spotted the Tintin museum a few minutes back and went past it yesterday, but when I saw this old man in the park, I couldn't help but think. Reminds me of that scene from Tintin. I'm gonna show it to you.
You will know the truth.
Yes. When I cut off your head! What? Yikes! Just one small peck. You'll sever your neck!
Well, I just didn't have time to see this castle yesterday, but yeah, I'm heading to Monaco now. Well, I should have known this yesterday. Every first Wednesday of the month at 12:15 p.m. presence of an alert siren. So apparently, on the first Wednesday in every month, all the sirens in France go off. I was just not aware of that. Alright, I'm on the way to the station now. And my conclusion of Nice is that there's a lot to do and a lot to see. And I heard a lot that Nice should be very expensive, and it probably is. But if you stay at a hostel like the one I stayed at, it can actually be very cheap. I made it to the train station and jumped on this 30-minute train ride to Monaco. I got off the train and I was suddenly in another country. I actually didn't think about it, but this is my 24th country. So I'm crossing that off the list now. This country is the second smallest country in the world. Spoiler alert, I'm visiting the world's actual smallest country in just 4 days. Monaco is so small that at its widest it's about 1.7 kilometers wide, and at its narrowest only about 350 meters. The country is smaller than New York City's Central Park, and it takes about 45 minutes to walk from this side of the border to this side of the border, and I could probably run it in like 15 to 20 minutes. So when you think about Monaco, most people probably just think about the big boats and the racetrack and stuff like that. But that's probably like the least interesting thing about this country to me. So I'm gonna visit the castle and stuff like that. I didn't know it at the time, but as I was saying that, I was walking right where some of the most expensive race cars in the world will be driving in just 3 months. But now, let's climb this mountain. So this is the Princess Palace. And the views from this palace, situated on top of a mountain, were crazy. This is the St. Nicholas Cathedral. It's where the former prince and princess of Monaco was married. I then went to a garden about 5 minutes from the palace. so I'm currently just relaxing a bit in a very nice little park. Just relaxing in the sun. But in this little garden, there's like plants from all over the world. This pine tree is one of the rarest species in the world. It was discovered in Australia 25 years ago, but before that it was considered to have gone extinct like a few million years ago. But it's been around since the Jurassic period, and when it was rediscovered, this one was a gift from Australia to the Prince of Monaco. But there is quite a few special plants in this little garden. The mountain that the castle is situated on top of is called the Rock of Monaco, which I continued along the top of. I think this is the official entrance to the mountain. From above, it was very obvious that they were in the midst of preparing the whole country for the Grand Prix. I made a quick pit stop at a cafe to fuel up on some coffee and cake. Monaco is an expensive country, but fun fact, this together with a snack from a vending machine was the only money I ever spent in the country. This city is actually quite difficult to navigate. There's just so many levels and the Google Maps isn't great here. Google Maps is in 2D, but in many places the city felt 3-dimensional. I'm guessing this is because of the size of the country, forcing it to be expanded vertically. And there's escalators everywhere. These escalators connected the different levels of the city. Monaco is the most expensive city in the world per square meters. For $1 million you could get 16 square meters of land in Monaco. That is more than $60,000 for this piece of land. Even still, it seems like the value nature and green spaces a lot, and this park had some special animals. What a weird creature. So the American former princess of Monaco died in a car wreck, and 2 years later this park was created as a memorial for her. I think it might actually only be this part of the park that's like a memorial for her, but it almost only consists of roses, and it's not time for roses in February. If you couldn't tell, when I'm exploring a new city or country almost every day, I do my research as I go. This was especially true for the 15 countries in 12-day series I did 3 months earlier. But I imagine it will be very beautiful in summer and spring. This is what it actually looks like when it's season for roses. According to this sign, this is the national flower of Argentina and Uruguay. And there's a whole legend about it. It feels a little wild to be walking around this park just in the heart of Monaco. It's always a little funny when you visit these micro states. When you walk past like a fire station, you're like, oh, that's probably the only fire station in the country. I filmed this clip thinking this was probably also going to be the only police station in the country, but fun fact, it's not. With 515 police officers, Monaco has the largest per capita and per area police force and police presence in the world. It does feel a little weird walking here. In just 3 months, the most expensive race cars in the world will be driving here. It's quite clear that a lot of the infrastructure isn't like permanent because it's right on the racetrack. Yeah, this whole parking lot will be turned into a racetrack in just a few months. And I am now back at the station. The train station in Monaco is actually quite cool. It's just like carved into a mountain. This is the second and last time I ever spent money in the country of Monaco, but now my train leaves in 2 minutes. As I look back on Monaco a final time, I was now briefly back in France before heading into Italy in just a few minutes. 25 minutes after getting on the train in Monaco, I got off the train in Italy.
Made it to Italy. So the train hasn't actually been turned on yet.
I was now embarking on a 3-hour train journey through Italy.
Good evening. Welcome on board the 3379 train. The train will arrive in Genoa at 20:25. Trinidad wishes you a pleasant journey.
I made it to the Italian port city of Genoa, which I was about to learn was a very influential city of Italy that I'd never really heard about before. A quick fun fact is that the flag of Genoa is the same as the flag of England and London.
It's a little bit funny, that's the flag of Genoa.
Not because they stole it from England, but actually because England bought the rights to use the flag on their ships 900 years ago to scare off enemy ships back when Genoa was building some of the best ships. Christopher Columbus, the guy who discovered America, was also born in Genoa.
Yes.
We think you have a reservation.
Wow. Ciao.
Welcome.
There it is. Thank you so much.
I'm Sana from Finland.
From Finland? I'm from Denmark. I'm Sybil.
I made it to my hostel. The service there was really good, and I've never actually had a receptionist spend 10 minutes showing me around and explaining stuff about the hostel and the city.
And now I'm signed up for a tour guide for tomorrow. So that's great, I think, I hope. That'll be nice. Oh, and I found out that focaccia bread is from Genoa, which is the town I'm in right now. Genoa. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah.
I quickly befriended some of the other guests. At first an Italian who had just moved to Genoa from Rimini, an Italian city very close to the country of San Marino.
Now you've spent so long trying to find it, so like you have to find it.
I also befriended an Australian and an American who I spontaneously ended up spending a whole day hiking a close trail with.
Is it doable?
Watch all this in next week's video.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.